I've been working on evaluation of flatness of bars and things recently, and have needed to set up the work on a stand that would accommodate the indicator holding device that I have used. I really like this device in that it has a nice heavy base that is very stable on the surface plate and slides easily but doesn't wiggle or wobble around. It has a couple of disadvantages though. One is the bar here interferes with supports typically. So in order to try to accommodate this device, I made this holder, which is just a simple device that has 3 bearing points, which are 1/4-20 screws that sit on the surface plate, and I ground slight domes on the end rather than leave them with the typical cutoff that you see there. And then I also drilled and tapped this crossbar, which may look sort of spindly, and I suppose it is, but for the loads that I'm putting on there seems to be fine. And even though it surely deflects some, once loaded, it's stable. And then in that bar are a couple of additional screws, socket head cap screws. I think these are 832s, and they could be placed at any location depending on the width of the work that you're working on. But they turn out to be fairly convenient for height adjustment, as I'll try to demonstrate here. If I bring this indicator over, you can see that it is not centered at 0. And I'm going to try to adjust the support screw for 0 using my left hand, just because of the awkwardness of doing this video, I guess. But by rotating that screw just a little bit, you can bring it down pretty accurately without too much trouble. Now I'm futzing around here a little bit, sure enough. But for most of my work, if I can get about that close to 0, I'm happy. And having this end adjustable means that I can adjust this support to match the support at the other end. Presently, I'm using a 246 block down at that end, but that's going to change as I'm going to make another support similar to this one. It'll just be a little bit more convenient in height adjustment. Original intent in using these 3 support screws, the 1/4-20s, was that they would be coarse enough that they might not be that useful for fine adjustment of the gauge, but it actually turns out that they're not too bad in and of themselves. So if I can get this key in there, that's great. And we can watch the needle as I move that screw. And it's possible to come pretty close with this method as well. So overall, making some sort of adjustable fixture like this is something that's really helped me out and might be worthwhile for other people. Undoubtedly, other folks will improve upon it, but this might serve as a starting point.